When you pay people student loans, they don't leave.
Richard Bell started Harvard Business Services in 1981, but it was within the past few years that he discovered that covering student loan debt for his workers could really make a difference in their lives.
One of our most significant employees, not a top guy, but a guy who will take on any kind of a job and just do it and get it done, was in this country based on his student status. And so when his student status was up, he took another master's course. And these master courses were costing him a lot of money, and he's taken like 4 or 5 now. So we said, hey, listen, we're going to start paying this for you because it's a tremendous burden for the salary that you're making, and we'll take care of it. So he was eternally grateful, still works for us, is now in the final stages of his H-1B, and we're really happy that we did it. It worked out well, and ever since then, it's worked well with every single person that we've offered it to.
For a young worker, it's hard to afford a mortgage when you're already paying an equivalent amount in student loans.
It's not a great incentive in the beginning. In other words, when a person is looking for a job, they got to figure in mind that they want. Either they've been making money and they want a little more, or they're starting out and they got to figure in mind. So you can't say to a person who's expecting 36 that, well, we're going to pay you 30, but we're going to give you 6 in student loan payment. That doesn't work. But if you interview them, you talk to them, you decide you want them, you offer them what they want, and then you give that as a little tipping point, that works very well.
Bell says the student loan situation right now is a travesty.
I mean, these people who get the student loans, when you're in college, you think it's free money. But when you come out, you find out that interest alone is an enormous burden, and you can't pay them off. These are things that they just got you hooked. It's a real racket, and it's a travesty for young Americans who are just trying to get successful at a time when they make the least amount of money.
Paying employee student loans is just one of several perks that Bell offers his nearly 40 workers.
Yeah, we have what I call a smorgasbord of benefits. For one, if you're there 10 years, and we have 13 people who have been there 10 years, you get a $10,000 bonus and a banquet. And we gross up the $10,000 check once again so that we pay your taxes and the social costs, and you get a check for $10,000 with all of that paid. And people look forward to that, and people who have been there 5 years, they think the next 5 years is going to go by quickly. It really is amazing. And our first 20-year person came up 2 years ago, and so not knowing what to do, I decided, well, let's just keep it going. And so we gave her $20,000 in the same fashion. And now we have 14 people who have taken advantage of this, and they're all senior level people in the company. And it's worked out very well.
And then there's the boss's vacation home.
I have a condo in Crisfield, a little sleepy town in Maryland, right on the water. This is it's a West Coast view, so right over the Tangier Sound, you see the sunset. It's a second floor of a 17-unit condo, and when I bought it, I thought, gee, this is a great place for a retreat because you can't get internet down there or anything else at the time. And so I bought it, and I found out I really didn't use it that much. But because it is a luxury condo in a non-luxury town, little sleepy town, and there was no way to sell it and get my money out of it. And so I just thought, hey, maybe the staff would like to use it. And so we did. We allow people to sign up. The summer is when it's mostly used. And people sign up for a weekend. They pay $50, which is our cleaning fee, because we pay the cleaner $50 after they come. And they just love it. It's a 3-bedroom, sleeps as many people as you want. And people have just great parties. It's on a corner of the building, and it's a wraparound deck. And if you jumped off that deck, you would jump in the water. It's right over the water in Crisfield.
Bell's company has been serving as an incorporation service in Delaware for nearly 40 years.
And then they become our client because we retain their registered agent service for the life of their company. So once a person incorporates with us, they're our client for the life of their company, and many of them go on to form more companies and all that stuff. That is the main part of our business. About half of our business is servicing those companies. Every year, each Delaware corporation has to pay their franchise tax to the state of Delaware, and the registered agents are in charge of reminding them, sending them their tax forms, notifying them, just, so that they don't get it in late and get a penalty and that sort of thing. Companies also want to do things over the life of their company, like sometimes change the name or increase the number of shares or do other things, merge with other companies. And when they do that, we help them with that too.
As the sole owner of his company, Bell has always been quick to share his success with his employees.
So I would always give the profit out to the employees, but it's better, in my estimation, to give it out during the year in services or other perks as you go along, rather than a year-end bonus. However, for the last 4 years, we've also given a year-end bonus because we had more than we thought we were going to make. So I think it is. Here's the thing. I like to nurture people, and like to say, I've got 40 people, 25% of them have been there longer than 10 years. And I really like that because they know what they're doing. Things don't change too much in this industry. It becomes pretty simple after you get to know it, although it's a little bit of a mystery in the beginning. And I appreciate people who work hard, who know what they're doing, and who are going to be there every day getting it done.
And yes, he's been hiring, growing his workforce by 7 so far this year.
We've developed an IT department this year, hired 5 new people just in IT. And those people do come in with experience, with college educations, and with college loans. So we find that we are, like many other businesses, we consider ourselves a software business at this point. If our software is better than the software of our competitors, that is, if our website is easier to use and our process is simple and straightforward and fun and quick and not confusing, we're going to get their business.
Mike Phillips for Delaware.